Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wake the hell up, turn the volume way up, because we've got a divisional breakdown episode, the first of 8 for the Don't Tell Mama Sports podcast. I'm your host, Matt Coble, joined by Max Faulkner and our Pittsburgh representative coming in here to break down the AFC North, Will Townsend. Will, what's going on, man?
Not much, man. Just happy to be back on, man. I really appreciate you guys. And, just let you know, get some respect on the Steelers this year. That's all.
We definitely queefed on the Steelers last year. I had him in the basement. You had him third, but Will's becoming a regular here, Max. He's been coming on maybe more than anybody else.
Hey, the fact that you guys work together still? Are we still working together?
Used to.
Oh, you okay. Well, you used to work together, kept that friendship. You guys still live close. Hey, come on. We love having you on the pod. We'll come on as many times as you like. You got good insight. And first of all, how fresh is that Pickens jersey that you were showing? Ooh. How fresh is that? Was that fresh out of the box?
Almost, man. Almost 1 year old, man. Everything stitched in.
Oh my goodness. I love a good jersey. All right, an authentic, like you said, stitched. Oh man, and I brought this up one of our first podcasts, Cool Breezy, that those kinds of jerseys, you can't throw those in the washer.
Oh no.
You might have a guacamole stain or two on there before you take it to the. You got to take that bad boy to the cleaners. All right, you don't put that in the washer.
Yes.
But like I said, Will is our Pittsburgh representative, big Steelers fan. So tonight, we're breaking down the AFC North.
All right.
Looking back to last year, the Ravens won the division at 13-4. The Browns got a wild card at 11-6. The Browns were 11-6 and had the most turnovers in the NFL and played 5 different quarterbacks.
That defense, man, that defense.
Solid defense. I give them that.
Defense and coaching. I'll throw coaching in too. Steelers got a wild card at 10-7. The Steelers won 10 games last year, despite being 25th in pace of play, 28th in points per game, 25th in total yards, 30th in passing percentage, and had 3 starting quarterbacks who only combined for 13 passing touchdowns on the season. The Steelers had 3 quarterbacks combined for 13 passing touchdowns last year. And the Bengals, they were solid, 9-8. 9-8, pretty good record for the basement team. This was the first time since 1935 that a division had all 4 teams finish above 500. Max, what's your thoughts on that?
For a division where you look at these teams, you're just kind of like, okay, Ravens, yes. You're like, yes, definitely. Even the Bengals last year, I was high on the Bengals because of Joe Burrow and his weapons that he had. I was like, oh, well, but then they blew and they queefed right in our faces. But I don't know why I slept on the Steelers last year, putting them third, because how much I brag about Mike Tomlin being one of the best coaches in the league, if not the best coach in the league now since Bill Belichick's out. I mean, Steelers are always there. I cannot believe they went 10-7 last year because nobody had anyone on their fantasy team. Maybe you're starting Najee. Who else were you starting? I mean, George Pickens had 1,100 yards, actually was pretty good last season. But what? He had like 60 catches. So it's like he's a hitter, but he's a boomer bust. It's man, it's so frustrating drafting a Steelers and putting him in your lineup. But anyway, yeah. What else you guys got?
Quickly, Will, what's your thoughts on this AFC North last season being the first time since 1935 that a division had all 4 teams finish above 500?
I mean, honestly, I'm a diehard Steeler fan. Everybody knows that. But I think we really do got one of the toughest divisions because whoever makes it out of our division usually goes deep in the playoffs. And, we're like up north. We like to run the ball. We got a lot of balance. So if you see it, we got a nice passing game in our division and we got a nice running game. A lot of divisions still don't do that no more. It's all passing.
Yeah. Let's get into our positional rankings, starting at the quarterback position. I'm going to lead us off here, boys. Could be a little debate. I don't know. I'm going Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Deshaun Watson, and Russell Wilson. Real close for that queef position. Real close. Max, you going to agree or disagree there?
Oh, completely agree. You got your MVP. You got Joe Burrow, who went to a Super Bowl. And then, from there, you're like, whatever. So, yeah, I'm good after that.
We'll rank these quarterbacks in this division.
Before I rank them, just remember, out of all them quarterbacks, there's only one that won the Super Bowl. I'm just saying.
Okay.
So I actually got Joe Burrow number 1. I got Russell number 2. I got Lamar 3 and Watson 4.
Juicy.
Oh
Yes, sir.
my! Oh, that shook
Yes,
things
sir.
up. That shook things up. That might have been
Juicy.
too many white rascals over there. Too many.
Too many white rascals. Speaking of the white rascal, shout out to Avery Brewing in Boulder, fucking Colorado. The White Rascal, one of the best brews out there. Real smooth, the Belgian white. Get it easy. Get it easy. Moving on to the running back position in the AFC North. I'm going Baltimore at the top. I'm going Baltimore with my guy, King Henry. I don't know if we can see him back here, but he's up there. He's up there behind. Oh, there we go. There we go. He's up there. Baltimore first. Then I got the combination of the Steelers. I like Najee. I like Najee and Jalen Warren. That's a solid combo. Third, I'm going Jerome Ford. Solid guy, along with Deontay Foreman. We'll see what happens with Nick Chubb. And in the basement for the running back position for the AFC North, I am going to go Cincinnati. Zach Moss, he had a good year last year for the Colts. Queef Colts over here. Peanut Gallery. And then the combination of Zach Moss and Chase Brown is okay, but I don't think I'm drafting either of those guys. Max, are you going to agree or disagree with me for the running back position?
I agree with you, boys. I agree with you. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be running the ball into the ground this season, okay? And that includes with the quarterback in Justin Fields. Again, do we know yet? Is Russell Wilson starting yet? Do you know?
Wilson.
It will be Wilson. Okay. But I do think that Justin Fields will come in for a play or two. Like they'll just like shake it up, kind of like a Taysom Hill situation when he would just show up as a quarterback and just run it. I think they are going to do that kind of offense at the Steelers. I'm just going to call it right here. So you might actually have to draft Justin Fields, but no, never mind. You got to start him in your quarterback position. If you could put him in a flex, that'd be amazing.
Yeah. Will, sorry, give us your running back rankings for the AFC North.
Man, I definitely got to disagree with you, Matt. I got Najee and I got Warren, so I got to go number 1 with my Steelers. Definitely number 2 with King Henry. I got some respect for him. He's solid. My number 3 would be Zach Moss and Chase Brown. I like Moss a lot. I thought the Steelers should have picked him up, but that's just my personal opinion. Jerome Ford and Foreman, they're not going to get it done. You need Chubbs week 5.
Yeah, I don't know if you're going to get Chubb week 5.
I don't know. That I said it last year, boys, that I think Chubb's done. I think he's done. Did you see his, like, you ever have those Stretch Armstrong toys? You could just stretch. His leg bent back so far that his toes were touching the back of his head. Oh my gosh. Nick Chubb was one of my favorite players, everyone. I still am hurt about it to this day.
As you should be. Let's rank the wide receiver position in the AFC North. I don't think it's any debate at the top. The Cincinnati Bengals with the duo of Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. That's pretty juicy. Pretty juicy. Then I'm going to go to Cleveland. Mari Cooper, he's continued to be underrated, continued to be slept on. Yep. Him and Jerry Jeudy, we'll see. Then I'm going to go Baltimore. I'm going to go Baltimore third with Zay Flowers. Had a solid rookie year. Rashad Bateman, the number 2. They're not convincing. Unfortunately, Will, I don't want to do this because I'm high on George Pickens. Got him around wide receiver 20. I think a good year's coming for George Pickens, but I got Pittsburgh last. Who's their number 2? Is it Van Jefferson? Is it Roman Wilson from Michigan? It's a shallow position for the Steelers, so I got him last. Max, what's your ranking there?
Yeah, so at number 1, Bengals. Jamar Chase is top 5 wide receiver. I think in our rankings we have him top 5, correct? At number 2, I have the Ravens, okay? I am not sleeping on Zay Flowers. Last season, I said he is a sleeper, had a good rookie season. I think this is a year where Lamar Jackson needs to throw the ball a little bit more, go toss it to the tight end, obviously, but your top wide receiver, Zay Flowers, who actually can catch the damn ball and is pretty damn quick with it too. I'm excited about Zay Flowers. I won't be sleeping on him. And then, I got the Browns with Amari Cooper. And then right after that, sorry there, Will. I do got the Steelers with George Pickens. The quarterback situation was upsetting me. I'd have no idea, let alone who else do they got? It's George Pickens. That's it.
Yeah. Will, give us your wide receiver rankings for the AFC North.
Guess I got to be the wild card. I got to shake it up, I guess. No respect for the Steelers.
It's only Pickens and nobody else at that position.
So since none of these are y'all's favorite teams, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Pickens by itself is better than Cooper and Judy. All right.
Oh, okay.
All
All
right,
right.
come on now.
Good.
So y'all went heavy Bengals last year, and y'all saw how that played out. Didn't make the playoffs or anything, and now we
True.
got Chase crying for some money. So
True.
I'm gonna go with the Ravens #1, Steelers #2, Bengals #3,
Oh, Jamar
and
Chase.
then the shitty Browns, fourth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do the Browns.
Wow.
Jamar Chase sleeping.
Get paid yet? He's not gonna play. He's not gonna play to his full potential. He ain't get paid.
Yeah, possibly. Back at practice. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it's a messy situation. Everybody wants money. Finish up these positional rankings for the AFC North with the tight end position. No, I don't think there's a lot of debate here. Mark Andrews, David Njoku, Pat Fryermuth, and Mike Gesicki for the Bengals. Max, what are you thinking there?
It's as easy as it gets. That's exactly what it is. So it's same exact thing.
Will?
I definitely agree with you, but I think that fourth position with Gesicki, he could easily move up to 2. He's athletic.
The goose. The goose.
Possible Gesicki first year with the Bengals. I don't know. I don't know how much Joe Burrow
Will's
likes the
fantasy
tight end.
team. Will's fantasy team coming up. We'll have updates every week about Goosecki with Will. The
Possible
Goosecki
breakout.
update with Will. That's our new segment.
Well, fantasy, my first year I played, I won a championship. Second year I was runner up. So,
Okay, all right. You know what's up then.
No,
You know what's
little
up.
Gesicki on that team?
This year I got my draft in a week. We'll see if he's still there.
We'll see.
Ooh.
Let's get into our biggest queef and biggest sleeper of the division. Last year, Max, we were pretty hot on this one. We were pretty hot. I put Joe Burrow as my queef. He came in with the injury, barely played. When he did play, he didn't look good. Your queef was J.K. Dobbins. Was that an Achilles tear week 1? See you later. He's got one leg.
Mm-hmm. Playing for the Chargers now in a wheelchair like Kenny Kawaguchi. I'll say it every week, everybody.
My sleeper for the division last year was David Njoku. He had a career year at the tight end position for the Browns. Yeah. And Max, your sleeper was rookie Zay Flowers for the Ravens, who surprised a lot of people and is the #1 receiver for Lamar Jackson. But this year, Max, why don't you lead us off with your biggest queef? The guy that's gonna leave you doing the most laundry on Sunday night because you're just messing up your panties. Biggest queef of the AFC North for you.
I got T. Higgins of the Cincinnati Bengals. Okay, this is a guy that wants a fat contract. He already told the people in the front office, trade me. He said, trade me in the offseason. Didn't happen. Okay, they're still playing with them. But this is a guy that, it sounds like he doesn't have any chemistry in the locker room right now. Okay, a guy that says, trade me, get me out of here, doesn't want to be part of the team. Last season, he got hurt. Okay, he got hurt the previous season as well, if I'm not mistaken. The guy has injuries all the time. Hey, I'm telling you right now, I think T. Higgins is going to have a down year. Last year, we had him in our first round, if I'm not mistaken. It might have been very early second round that he got drafted. That was a queef pick by whoever drafted him, I'll tell you right now. And I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be avoiding T. Higgins this year, which I can't believe I'm saying, but I will be avoiding him.
Yeah, Max. When we saw Joe Burrow go out last year, he really didn't do much. I got him outside the top 30. The wide receivers position. So I'm right there with you. I don't want him either. Will, what do you think about T. Higgins as a bust, as a queef, and then give us your biggest queef?
It's hit or miss with him. You know what I mean? He's a good athlete, good player, but like I said, last year they didn't have Joe, and he really didn't do nothing extra to stand out. So it's definitely tough, but my biggest queef, I gotta say, the wide receiver core, him and Chase. I mean, why would you wait now in the offseason to cry about money? You know what I mean? Like, why wait now? And then Chase, you only need 2 years into your contract. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
So I say the wide receiver core.
Wow.
Wow.
I can dig it. I can dig that. Yeah.
You had him third, the wide receiver position for the AFC North, and calling him as your queef. Wow. Jamar Chase bumping his gums about money. It might not be focused this year. Yeah, we'll see.
But don't get me wrong. If they are focused, oh shit, they'll be #1, hands down duo. Hands down #1 duo if they're focused. But if the money's still an issue, no, they're not gonna play 100%. Not at all.
My biggest queef for the AFC North, Max, you're not gonna like this. And, well, you ain't going to like it either. I'm going to Pittsburgh. Running back Jalen Warren, boys.
Oh,
Jalen
my
Warren.
goodness. Oh, my
Yeah.
goodness.
He was running back 22 last year in full PPR leagues. Pretty good season. 61 receptions. I like that. He's currently being drafted on ESPN as running back 27 in the late 10th. That's not bad. But this is why I'm out on him. This is why I'm out on him. I found it tough to find a queef here in this division, the AFC North. Jalen Warren, he tweaked his hamstring, boys, 9 days ago in the Steelers' second preseason game. We see it every year. Training camp hamstring injuries. Those guys don't make their ADP. They don't meet their ADP. And he's the backup. Najee Harris, let's not forget, has never missed a game in his career. And he has had at least 1,000 yards and 7 rushing touchdowns every year. That's a great running back. Max, I think you've had him all 3 years.
I didn't have him last year. Didn't have him last year, but I did have him
First
for
2 years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Najee
I loved
Harris.
Najee. I loved him. I had to let him go because I kept him. And then I had to let him go the next season because I wanted to keep Chubb. And then we all know, rest in peace, Chubb. Rest in peace.
1,000 yards and 7 touchdowns each of Najee Harris's 3 seasons. He's not going anywhere. This is the last year of his contract. The Steelers are going to feed him the ball, run him into the ground. Jalen Warren is undrafted. They have no loyalty to this guy. I'm not going to waste a draft pick on a backup running back who just tweaked his hamstring. So, boys, I'm out on Jalen Warren. Max, why don't you just lead us right in to your sleeper of the AFC North?
I 100% disagree with you, dude. My sleeper is Jalen Warren. All right, this guy could take over the backfield. Najee Harris, you say, I agree. They're going to run him into the ground. This is his final year of his contract, but because it's his final year, maybe they're trying to keep him healthy, so they can trade him, or maybe,
Najee.
Whatever. You never know. But here's the big reason why you can't sleep on Jalen Warren. All right, last season, 61 catches. Cole Breezy, are we sleeping
Big
on
time.
that? You're sleeping
Big
on
time.
that. That's a wide.
At the position, I believe. Very good.
We were talking about George Pickens having about 60 receptions last year. This guy in the running back had 61. Get out of here. 370 yards. This is a guy in the backfield that will give you another 50 to 60 catches. They're going to run him into the ground as well. I'm looking at 600, 700 yards at least rushing, plus the catching game. Don't sleep on Jalen Warren. Cole Breeze is a queef, and it won't be on his team.
I don't want Jalen Warren. Just hurt his hamstring. You guys can have a backup running back. Will, give me your thoughts on Jalen Warren and give us your sleeper.
I really can't believe you ain't putting no respect on Warren. Warren is the reason why Najee rushed for what he did this year. Oh. If you took away Warren, Najee wouldn't have played as hard, wouldn't have missed as many snaps, because Warren was starting to take over that team and the team was behind him. So we're going to be honest. It's Najee's last year. We're going to run him into the ground. And if he don't perform, you already know who we're promoting. Going with Warren. Yeah. But as my sleeper, I mean, Max was on it. I ain't going to pick the same one because Max was on it, but that's who I did have as my sleeper, but I had a backup. My backup, I think he might have a good season, and it's real slim, but Judy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a big Judy fan, but he owes it. He's due.
Yeah.
He's due.
Yeah. Yep.
We've seen Jerry Judy out here in Denver do nothing. So maybe a change of scenery could be something. Anything on Judy, Max?
Yeah, no, I completely agree with Will. Like, I don't know when he was drafted, but the Broncos had high hopes. They had high hopes. First round. They had high hopes for this guy.
Maybe 16th. You want to check that?
I don't even know who was the quarterback when he got first drafted anyway, because I remember the Broncos were so excited about Judy, and I don't remember who the quarterback was. Peyton Manning was just I'm just kidding.
Drew Lock? Was it Drew Lock?
Well, it might have been Drew Lock. Yeah, might have been Drew Lock. Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, I agree. Maybe with a new, Deshaun Watson. Now Deshaun Watson, maybe he can toss him the ball a little bit better. We'll see.
Yeah.
The peanut gallery just confirmed 15th overall for Jerry Judy.
Woo. Oh my.
2020. My biggest sleeper for the AFC North, already mentioned, but it's Cleveland running back Jerome Ford.
Nice.
Fellas, I think we're sleeping on this guy. He was running back 16 last year. Nick Chubb got hurt in week 2. Okay. Jerome Ford, he was a top 24 running back on 11 different weeks. You're getting a running back 2 or a flex on 11 of his 15 starting weeks last year. He's still only 24 years old. It's not like this guy's been around the league. He's still only 24 years old. and we talk about Nick Chubb, Max, one of your favorite players. Just placed on the PUP yesterday. Minimum of 4 games, we know that. I'd be shocked if it's only 4. I'd be shocked. Nick Chubb, he took a $10 million pay cut. He was on the verge of getting cut. Cleveland said, you got to take a pay cut or we're getting rid of you. Mm-hmm. He first repaired the MCL and meniscus, then waited until mid-November to do the ACL. So this was a late surgery, a lot of swelling. Let's not forget that Nick Chubb also ripped up this same left knee at Georgia.
Yeah.
I don't think Nick Chubb's coming back. Jerome Ford is a starting running back for the Cleveland Browns. He's currently going on ESPN as running back 37 in the late 13th. I got him around running back 20. Jerome Ford, one of my biggest sleepers on the year.
Good call on that, because also the Browns, real quick, Breezy, they have a good offensive line. They protected Nick Chubb for a long time, and yeah, you're right, man. You're right. He's going to be moving up in my rankings as well, Jerome Ford.
Will, Jerome Ford was running back 16 last year. He's currently being drafted as running back 37. What do you think about that?
Definitely a messed up ranking for him. But he's on the radar. All the teams, everybody's watching him. So I don't think he's going to have a breakout year, but he's going to have a solid year, but not a breakout year, just because he's on the radar of every team now on the defense.
Yeah.
Let's finish up this AFC North divisional breakdown with our final standings prediction. Max, Who's winning this thing? Anybody getting a wild card? Give us your order of this division.
These guys, this is one of the toughest divisions to rank. Okay, I got the Ravens at number 1. Okay, I do got the Ravens at number 1. From there, I was like, oh my gosh. Any
order.
Yeah, but I am going, because of the defense, I am going Browns number 2. The defense is outstanding. They have arguably the best defense in the game with Myles Garrett. Oh my goodness gracious. Steelers number 3 could have been number 2.
Oh man.
Okay. And those 3 teams I think could make the playoffs. I have Bengals on number 4. Can you believe that? I know last year I said they're going to take the division.
Correct.
Now I have them in the Queef. It's going to be a tight division. I think the guy is in 4th place. They'll be 9-8. Okay, fighting for the playoffs like last year. It's going to be tight. It's going to be a tight one.
This is definitely all 4 teams right now, according to FanDuel, have at least 8.5 win projections. So all 4 of these teams are going to be fighting for the playoffs. Will, give us your order here. How's this going to play out?
It's tough. You know what I mean? This is my division. So Myles Garrett, I'm not going to take nothing away from him. He's an animal. He's definitely nice. But if you look at the stats, he didn't do better than TJ. He was 3rd in sacks when it came to him, Micah, and TJ. So, they gave him a little something extra because they made the playoffs, if we're going to be honest. But as far as predictions, come on now. Steelers number 1, Ravens number 2, just because they got a running game now. And my wild card will be the Bengals. I think they might get it together probably week 9, week 10.
Nice. Browns last.
I mean, do we even have to mention them guys?
Doo-doo Browns.
Yeah.
In the basement for Will. Fellas, we all got different orders here, but I'm going to go the Ravens. I think the addition of Derrick Henry to the backfield Lamar is the best quarterback Henry's played with, and Henry's the best running back that Lamar's played with. So I can't wait to see that combo. That's going to be sexy. Super Bowl aspirations for sure. With a wild card, 2nd place, I am going to go the Steelers. I will admit that I slept on these guys. I slept on these guys last year. Kenny Pickett was the fucking quarterback, though. Kenny Pickett is a queef. But I like George Pickens. For a breakout season. Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, that is an upgrade at the quarterback position. And Mike Tomlin, if he's not in your top 2 or 3 head coaches, I don't want to see the rest of your rankings. So I got the Steelers making a wild card. I also have the Bengals getting a wild card. 3 teams from this division, again, are going to make the playoffs. Wow. Joe Burrow's back. Let's see what happens with Jamar Chase. I know you're out on him, but we'll see what happens there. And I am with you. Doo-doo Browns, 4th in the basement. But like you said, Max, basement could be fighting for the playoffs, just like last year. Will, appreciate you coming on for this AFC North breakdown. Give us your thoughts before you get out of here, brother.
I mean, honestly, it's a scary division, tough division. But if everybody click, like he said, that fourth place is going to be battling for that third place for that wild card. And if any of these teams get hot at the right time, any one of these teams could really take it. For the most part, if you look at everybody's schedule, it's up there. It's a 50-50. But I got the Steelers winning it in the Super Bowl, period.
Oh, the whole thing.
And the Super Bowl.
Thing.
Oh.
Oh, my goodness.
FanDuel.
Oh, my goodness.
How much? How much?
I put $10 on FanDuel.
To win?
Can't tell them.
A lot. To win a lot. Well, Max, this was a great AFC North breakdown. The first of 8 divisional pods. I think we're definitely going to have a brew bet on Jalen Warren this season. We definitely got to have a brew bet on him. He's my queef. He's your sleeper of the division.
We got to write down these brew bets, Cole Breezy. We got to write these down.
Got to write them down. Max, get us out of here. Take us home.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for coming out to Don't Tell Mom the Sports Podcast. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Who do you think is going to win this division? Who is your sleepers? Who is your queefs? Leave it in the comments. We want to hear more about you. Boys, this is one of the tightest divisions that we have in football. There's no doubt about it. Anyone, like we say, can win this division, but the Ravens got this one. This is a Super Bowl winning team this year. It is a Super Bowl team. With that running game with Lamar Jackson and King Henry, oh my goodness, boys. Oh my goodness.